Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share, so we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world it could be, just hope you right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you to pull up on me. And today is Pastor Tastic. All right. Pastor Tastic in the building, man. We back from, my little sabbatical. I had to take a vacation over the last couple of weeks. And we are back in the good house of the Lord at the BABG Tabernacle. Yes, 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 yes. I want to say welcome to everybody. That's why we having a late service today. Good old homecoming. I know y'all smell that chicken in the back. Them good old greens and tater salad. And of course, that macaroni and cheese. Sister Johnson done made her famous red velvet cake. And hey, we finna have us a good time in the name of the Lord. So hey, man, I see the title, man. Listen. One of the biggest issues and problems that we have in the Black community. Now, listen, I am talking about us. Okay, I have to start making this more, I guess, apparent or reminding. Okay, I do not hate Black people. I don't like niggas. Okay, I don't hate Black people. I just don't like niggas. And for the most part, I don't hate niggas because I understand them. Okay, I don't hate them. I just understand them. And niggas are a nuisance, right? The problem is the niggas have become overpopulated, as in anything. Okay, a dog is going to have a flea or two, maybe three. Well, that dog has 1,000 fleas. You see what I'm saying? And what has happened, I being the, 80s baby, right? Millennial, being the last generation to see true family and parenting and all these different things and being raised in that nature. I've seen the degradation and the steep decline of the quality of parenting out here, which results in, the children that we have. And those children, of course, now become adults. Y'all understand, man, it's 2025. Kids is born in 1990. Okay. I'm sorry, not even 1990. I'm tripping. The year 2000 is 25 years old. Okay. Children that were born in the year 2000 just got a discount on their motherfucking car insurance. Okay. It's in we a day away from December. We're 1 day away from December. So, you know, we 90% through the year. So almost all of the people born in 2000 are gonna be 25 years old. Okay. How many of those parents, man? Like I said, I had two girls in the 7th and 8th grade. I think one was 7, one was 8, but like 13, 14 years old that was pregnant and had babies. Okay. That means by the time they were 18, they were 31 years old. Those are the two I know of. And there's other girls I knew, you know, of course, girls had, you know, teen pregnancies in high school and things on and so forth. I think we were the generation too that started the I don't know, maybe it's before us, a little bit before, but it could have been too far. Because I remember they were saying before, if a girl got pregnant in school, she was pretty much before the mid to late 90s, she either went to school up until the time she could go, and then, you know, she would try to have to get back in and get a GED, some shit, or so on and so forth. But they called it for us, I think it was a teen pregnancy center or the teen pregnancy center, I think is what it was. To where girls could go to school while they were pregnant, right? So they wouldn't, you know, fall behind all these different things. But either way, um, the younger girls learn that lesson. The younger girls that were raised by these fucking teen moms, right? Say, oh hell no, I'm not going through that shit. I'm not finna be having a child while I'm still a child and miss out on my childhood. So the younger girls made a correction in that. The thing is now we have the the 40-year-olds that are having more babies than the damn teenagers. What was wrong with that? They grown it. Well, there's something wrong with it if you having a kid that late, and on top of it, having a kid that late and not married by random, you know, ain't shit niggas that you claim to be. But again, what's the chance of that kid turning out to be something productive and an asset to society if and when, for one, is raised by a single mom? What we know is, again, regardless of race, okay, regardless of race, the worst outcome for a child is being raised in a single mother household. Of course, two-parent households reign supreme, right? Man and woman. Let me be specific, because there's not enough data out, and people want to claim, well, you know, he can have two daddies, he can have two mamas. I didn't want to go down that hole, but it's not enough data to support that one yet. But traditional mother, father, biological man, biological woman remains supreme and king. Well, I know he had his mama was a doctor and his daddy was a lawyer and he still went to prison. Okay, that may happen, but that's called the exception, and the exception is not the rule. That's another issue and problem that niggas have and seem to have a hard concept of trying to make the exception the rule. I know this. His mama was a crackhead and a prostitute, and she was sucking dick Sunday through Tuesday. That's all she did. He became a doctor. Okay. Congratulations to him. That's the exception, not the rule. Okay. Yeah, man. Listen, we need to talk about the nigga in the wig. That's crazy. But anyway, man, you know we got to start it off strong with some good scriptures. Okay. Got to start it off strong with the good scriptures about this good old parenting. If you will pull out your Bibles, brother and sister, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button for me. Raise that hand. Okay. And tap that screen or click that button, one or two. Shout out to our brother Fleetwood. Brother Fleetwood coming through with the first donation in the congregation. We greatly appreciate your brother. Ain't nothing but some money. Thank you, brother, for the $5 on the Cash App. And he says, good evening, bro. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too, there, good brother. Now, we're going to be reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. Again, the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. Make it a little bit bigger for y'all. Right. From the King James Version. And it reads, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. I say again, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. There we go with the good word and the good reading of the Lord. Okay. Yes. And we got one more scripture. Because you not only got to train the child, a part of training the child is the discipline. You have to also discipline the child. We'll stay in the good old book of Proverbs. And we're going to go back to chapter 13, verse 24. And it reads, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. Yes. That's been the reading of the good word from the book of Proverbs when it comes to the parenting. Listen, man, it's crazy to me. And again, being that we talk about the Bible or whatnot, what have you, all of this stuff is in the Bible, right? It tells you. All right. We got another donation in the congregation. Shout out to brother Telonius. Yes, that's a Bible name right there. Brother Telonius. Ain't nothing but some money. For the $5 on the Cash App. For $5 for supporting the stream, big dog. Hey, I appreciate you, good brother. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Definitely a deacon in the church. Telonius. Now listen, man. I've seen this whole helicopter parenting and what do they call it? Helicopter parenting, and what's the other term I'm looking for? Somebody help me out, man. I'm trying to think of what they called it. But basically it's this thing to where, the child and the parent are equal. And the child gets to dress him or herself. The child gets to say what he want to eat or she don't want to eat. The child gets to, express themselves and have temper tantrums and things and so on and so forth. And, no. And kiss my ass, mom. Who the fuck are you? And curse and all this kind of crazy shit. And the parents just, Bobby, you're going to get put in timeout. Bobby need his ass whooped. There we go. Gentle parenting, I think that's what it is. There, gentle parenting, helicopter parenting, all of that bullshit, right? And what this does is, again, people forget, bro, and I keep telling you this. It's crazy to me just how many people don't know these things. I'm going to say this again. Human beings are animals. Okay? That's not my opinion. That's a fact. Human beings are motherfucking primates. Extremely complex primates, but human beings fall under the primate classification, right? So understanding that we still have animalistic um tendencies and hierarchy that we operate on like a whole bunch of animals. Any sociable animals have a hierarchy, be it dogs, be it gorillas, be it fucking lions, all of these different things, be it deer, be it either herbivore, carnivore, omnivore, whatever. There's a hierarchy system. And if you look at it and understand it, all of those things are held in place, okay, by establishing dominance. Society has become so soft as to where people want to challenge the natural order of things and how things are made to be for things to work the way they're supposed to be. Okay. Your child is supposed to have a respectful fear of you. If and when they don't, okay, a lot of problems are created. When you don't start off early establishing that dominance, that child challenges you and that child sees themselves as your equal. Okay. That child sees themselves as your equal. Again, remember, human beings are copycats. That's how we learn. You see somebody else walk, hey, eventually you're going to get up and you're going to walk too. You see somebody else talk, or you hear somebody else talk, I'm sorry, and you're going to repeat the words or repeat the sounds, and eventually you learn how to talk. You know what I'm saying? So in that process, I'm just like you, or I'm supposed to be just like you. Of course, from an operative standpoint, walking, talking, all these things, so on and so forth. From a social standpoint, though, you have to delineate a hierarchy. You have to let it be known, hey, even though you can walk like me, talk like me, you can't do the things that I do. Right? Again, we grew up in this wonderful place called a child's place. A child's place. That motherfucker done been closed down in probably about, you know, 40 states. A child's place, man. Hey, they shutting and closing the doors around a lot of these motherfuckers. That's why these damn kids so bad as hell. You can't do shit with them. Well, fantastic, man. Hey, the kids were a whole lot worse, back in the 80s and, the crack era and the crack epidemic and all this other shit. Yeah. I agree. Right. But those kids clearly weren't being parented. See, that was the thing. Even though you had a higher concentration and a whole lot of fucking violence and shit or whatever, those kids were the way they were because those kids' parents were in the same thing, be they on the criminal side of the dope game, you know what I'm saying, or on the fucking user side. These kids were left to the wayside and pretty much started operating from a survival aspect and just usually going under the wing of somebody that's already in the criminal situation, and now you're operating within a way for survival and bad influence. That happened, right? As you see things balance out, shit got a little bit better, but then that got overcome because the level of parenting degraded so quickly. So even though we're not facing anything or likes of the criminality from before, and that being a reason for the bad behavior of the children, the super predators, as they say. Well, now you have these parents that just don't give a fuck and they having these kids for the sake of survival. They're not teaching them shit. They're not giving them no morals, no values, anything to make them assets to society, right? So now they're like fucking stray dogs and cats. We got a lot of stray kids out here, man. Unfortunately, a lot of stray kids out here. You know what I'm saying? They go home, they got a place to sleep, they got some food to eat, and absolutely no home training whatsoever. Right? Absolutely no home training, bro. None. Zero. So y'all know, man, we got to get to this thing. And I'm, I just had to wait a little long to talk about it, but we got to cover this. The whole process that happened in Oh no, that's ain't it. So there we go. So where's it at? Where's it at? Where is it? There we go. Here we go.
Shamar! Look at them ankles, boy. Shamar,
Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Shamar is a disabled social media influencer that's you know, he has some type of physical disability and he's a brother fucker.
Junior. Hey, for don't touch my brother foot. Oh, hell no, those ankles ashy as fuck. Look at them bitches, bad crackhead. Other bitch more.
Now again, shout out to her, man. This is a mom that's trying to protect her son. I don't know if her son was attacked beforehand. She's going to go on to talk about it and say that her son was repeatedly bullied for whatever reason, right? And again, man, this is how you have to understand this. This shit really happens to where now this is true bullying. Okay, bullying is when you're outnumbered 10-1, and for whatever reason, these kids are bothering you and physically threatening you or trying to dominate you. This is true bullying, right? This ain't no soft shit. This ain't no just all whatever. Nah, man. Nobody's winning 10v1, bro. Nobody. Okay, no kid 10v1. No, especially if you're smaller and these are clearly much older and bigger kids. You got a whole bunch of children cursing at an adult trying to simply protect her child. Okay, this is something that was intolerable when we were children. We didn't even cuss around grown folks. We were cussing, and we seen grown folks come around. Hey man, chill out, man. Hey, you can't be doing cussing. Nah, bro, I told you, the kids don't give a fuck. I never forget this shit. I was home a few years back in Macon. I stopped by Rosa Jackson Center. Did I have the twins with me or my youngest? I forget. But we were there for whatever reason, right? So I let my son out to go, play on the playground. These kids, man, this kid couldn't have been no more than definitely was elementary school age, right? And just cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing, cussing and cussing and cussing and cussing. And mind you, like I said, I had my youngest son, which would have been like a toddler around that time. He's something like maybe 4 or younger, right? And I'm like, hey man, hey, watch your damn mouth. Stop all that cussing. Which he stopped, right? But at the same time, he started mumbling under his breath, and he was like, "Who is he? Who is that? And blah, 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 and who that nigga is, and all this other shit." And I'm staring him down the whole time. You heard what the fuck I said. This is the lack of respect that adults are teaching their children to have for other adults. This is the if don't you be talking to my children. Them my children. You can't tell them what to do. Well, if I can't tell them what to do, clearly you aren't telling them what to do. What are they gonna be fucking, when they're 18 years old? They're gonna be menaces. They're gonna be completely, totally chaotic, disruptive, possibly violent criminal individuals. Notice I said possible, but highly probable, right? Because they've never been taught to respect authority. Again, I told you that's another big reason why niggas hate the military is because of the authority aspect of it. And niggas' whole thing is as to where like the only person can tell me what to do is my mama. You ain't my mama. You ain't my daddy. Which niggas don't even say you ain't my daddy no more. But you ain't my mama. Okay. And your boss ain't your mama. The police ain't your mama. The IRS ain't your mama. It's so many mama for the utility company ain't your mama. The rent office ain't your mama. The mortgage collector ain't your mama. But guess what you got to do? Or suffer the motherfucking consequences. Follow their rules. Do what the fuck they tell you to do. You don't do it. You don't pay that money. You don't do the speed limit. You don't show up to work on time. What happened? Consequences.
Oh my God, damn! We're not hitting the little kids in them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them. I'm saying the little kids. Also, smash that bitch on my brother. Damn! Crack, damn!
Again, man. Again, the bigger the crowd, the dumber the crowd. Also, understand, police had this thing called when one person shoots, everybody shoots. It's not responsive shooting. It's contagious. I think contagious. That's what they call it, like contagious shooting, right? One cop shoots, right? So now all the cops start motherfucking shooting because one cop is shooting. And if he's shooting, you automatically assume that it's justified. So you shoot too. Okay? Violence is the same way. We've all seen this. This is why I'm never around a group of nigga. Once I see shit going south or whatever, about to get physical, I get out the way. Because if one nigga start punching, now every nigga want to start punching, even if they ain't got nothing to do with it. It's very easily, man. That's why I say that the animal aspect of this thing, I keep reminding. We fight every day to suppress our primal instinct. Okay? That's true. You don't even think about it because, you're just so indoctrinated and so trained into society as to where, hey, this is right, this is wrong. If I don't do this, there'll be consequences, so on and so forth. If I do this, there'll be rewards or, whatever, right? And most people just don't want to suffer the fucking consequences of, bad actions. It's just not worth it, right? In the moment, though, if you're put in the moment of, just random violence or whatever, and, everybody's doing whatever, that primal shit starts taking over. And it's like, oh, shit. I can get a punch in and won't nobody see it. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's fighting. I guess like what they call like a mosh pit or some shit, right? So I can get this punch off. I ain't punched nobody in fucking 30 years and nobody will see. Yeah. Violence. Yeah, Mayo Monkey. Yeah, man, you're right. Some fight it more than others. Yeah. Definitely people that touch on kids, man. Fortunately. They fight until they can't fight it no more, and then they usually give in to their evil. What's the name?
Hey, so let my homie go. Let my motherfucking homie go. Let my motherfucking.
These kids are stomping. Listen, this little girl right here in the blue shirt. I'm trying to see. Look how small the smallest kids are, man. These are like definitely elementary school students, and I think they said some of them are fucking what's the name? Might be a little older, but shout out to Latina S6W. Appreciate you for the 2. Appreciate you. Appreciate your sister for the $2 donation to the congregation. Ain't nothing but some money. Poor woman. Shout out to Mayo Monkey for the $5 challenge for the donation to the congregation. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Ain't nothing but some money. Thank you, brother Mayo Monkey, brother, for the donation to the congregation. Yes, yes, yes.
Be that, Joe.
Now listen, man. Listen. The camera person, man, whatever, the hype man, the person that's narrating everything, and so on and so forth. That is another catalyst now to this contagious violence that happens. This mob mentality, this motherfucking again, Mel Gibson was right. Whole pack of niggas. A pack of them. What Juvenile said, attack like piranhas. Bro, this is the the epitome of mob mentality in children. Children not supposed to be participating in no fucking mob mentality, bro. Especially trying to hurt an adult woman that's with her kids. There's somebody not posing a threat. Now, and what's crazy is again, bro, if a man starts snapping out or whatever, or a man's whatever, children that small, they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare. Children that small would not dare try a father that was walking along with his children like that. Why? Again, there's a air of dominance that comes with masculinity. There's an air of violence and danger that comes with masculinity that is necessary. This is one of the major things that the black community doesn't seem to understand. How how detrimental, bro, and how impactful removing fathers as being the head, removing fathers as being, you know what I'm saying, the top of the fucking leadership and food chain in the situation. Right? You remove that inherent dominance, danger, and violence that keeps everybody in their proper place. At the end of the day, your daddy's not gonna, of course, take your life, but just your daddy being around and your dad grabbing you versus your mom grabbing you, your mind obviously, I don't want that. Nah, I don't want that.
They working on.
You said her husband was at work when they said, "Oh, I didn't know she was even married." I wasn't saying this. I was just so I wasn't throwing a dig at her at all. Let me be clear about this. This woman did nothing wrong. I never brought up anything about her status. I'm simply saying that because she's a woman, that's why she was attacked. A woman along with her two small children, that a group of children would think about attacking her. So I wasn't saying anything other than that. I didn't bring up anything else concerning this, just for the record.
They working on. Damn! Damn! Oh my God! Hey!
So of course we had that. Then we had the first piece of shit parent, right? Come forward and do this horrible performative fake apology, right? Where she allowed her kids to get on the phone, in front of the phone, in front of the camera, and play in people's face.
I think everybody, we've all seen the video. Everybody's been sharing it. The public outcry is definitely there, and we're all on the same accord that it was. We want. I think more so than anything, we want everybody to understand that this is a child. All of them children.
Yeah, they need to ask. Well, don't give a fuck about none of that. They're children that need to be ultimately immediately punished. Okay, made examples of. Yeah, that was a criminal act, by the way, not innocent. Your child did something that's incredibly criminal, and you could have killed somebody or seriously injured them. The lady ended up going to the hospital anyway, but you know, it could have turned out even worse than this. Somebody could have fucking lost their life. They could have lost an eye. Anything can happen, bro, when that many people are just is swinging and doing whatever.
That was in that video was children. Some of them, not all of them, may have families, but this baby here, she has a family that cares, that loves her, that has held her accountable. She understands what is going on, and I don't expect her to speak. We do not expect her to speak as we are going to speak because she's a child.
Shut your lame, man. See, again, this right here. Why is her father not in the picture? She has a family. Where's her father? That's another important part of the father understanding accountability and understanding reputation, to where if and when something was done wrong by the family, the father would go down on account of his son or his daughter or whoever and say, hey, on behalf of my family and on the reputation of our name, I apologize for these actions that my bloodline have committed. I deeply apologize. I hope you guys can forgive us. And, you know, we will do our best to make this up to the community for the error of my child's ways. That's something that the man used to do, because the man was the brand. I keep telling y'all that the brand name of black people, bro, has been long lost. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Niggas real names, like your last name, that's not a brand. Niggas got street names now. Niggas got screen names now. Niggas give a fuck more about screen names than, you know, actual last names, brand names, right? What's there to protect? You got women actually out here talking about, oh, it's pick me behavior to give your child the father's last name. What, bitch? Again and again, I don't see any other demographic doing this. That's the sad part about it. That's, again, keeping other people out of it, but at the same time making a necessary comparison. Where are the other race of people that are making videos about giving your child the father's last name is somehow problematic? Thank you, JC. What are we saying? JC, what are we talking about? Please show me the white woman, the Asian woman, the Hispanic woman, the Arab woman, the Indian woman, any kind of woman that's saying shit like this. Show it to me. Oh, you tap dance for the white man. You no, I'm not. I didn't just say white. I said white. I had said Hispanic. I said Asian. I said Arab. I said Indian. I said all races. Y'all niggas fixated on the white. Tell me why no other race of women are saying that a child's father's last name, okay, or the child having the father's last name is somehow problematic. Just show it to me, please.
What grade are you in, Kamara? Eighth. She's in eighth grade. What grade?
Again, eighth grade. So these, like I said, elementary school and middle schoolers. We don't give a fuck about none of that. How is a student that's getting A's and B's assaulting an adult and two small children? What the fuck does that have to do with her behavior? That's not that. This is not a time for you to promote her and talk about how good she is outside of your immediate thing should have been, hey, this is whatever her name is. We deeply, greatly apologize for her actions. This is not a reflection of what we have taught and raised her to do. Okay. We will make sure that she does any and everything possible to help this family out that she has physically assaulted and attacked. And she will be doing much more to, you know, regain the confidence, trust, and respect of the community. But two women, no man. Two women, no man. First and foremost, why the hell does this little girl have a hoodie on in the house? A girl. I got into this shit with my son about this shit. I was like, hey, guess his mom let him do it, so on and so forth. But he come here when he was younger. I was like, hey man, why the hell you got that fucking hood on in the house? I don't know. Well, how about you motherfucking know and take it off? There's no reason for you to have the hood of your fucking jacket on while you're in the house. What the fuck is going on here? Shout out to my man West M757 for the 5. Greatly appreciate you, brother. Next year, an elder is going to catch a body of one of these young kids. An elder may not survive a jumping like that women went through. Oh, yeah. Yeah, older person wouldn't survive nothing like that, man. I told y'all, bro, I slipped and fell in my motherfucking I slipped and fell in my laundry room like 3 weeks ago, nigga. Hey man, I was down for the count for a good 90 seconds. Okay. Motherfuckers ask like how motherfuckers break a hip. And I tell you, I hit that ground so hard, bro. Stepped on some shit, slipped. Then in the angle I was at, I didn't have enough time to brace. Had I tried to brace with my elbow, I probably would dislocated my elbow. But I didn't have enough time to turn or whatever. Like nigga, it's like my feet just went from the floor to the air. I've never felt like that a day of my life. But when I tell you, nigga, I was like, damn, this how them old folks break them hips. Shit. But yeah, man, an old person, bro, like, yeah, man, they can't take that shit. And these kids don't care, man. These kids don't care. They don't have any regards, any consideration for adults, regardless of age. Shout out to Will Stay winning for the 2. Appreciate you, brother. What does honor roll mean in a failing school? Hey, man, listen. That's a whole nother thing, man. Hey, brother. Hey, nigga. Hey, throwing the towel. Throwing the damn towel, nigga. Listen. I would, it was just like tell you, man. I had to take a deep breath. Hey, I had to rub that tiger balm on my hip, nigga. Put that tiger balm on.
And I was homecoming queen.
Again, what does any of this have to do with her? See, this is y'all playing. This is why nobody respects this. This is why everybody's like, what the fuck is this shit? We don't care about any of her fucking accolades and attributes or none of this shit. Where's the apology?
I'm the captain of the cheerleading team.
Which you should be removed from immediately. Whatever you were involved in, you should be kicked off that team. You should be removed. For one, your parents should snatch you off of it. If the parents don't snatch you off of it, the school has to snatch you off of it. Your own tape recorded assaulting 3 individuals, not just 1, but 3. You finna cheer your ass to home.
Your person.
You will know that this baby, as well as all the other babies that's in that video, are very much our future. So if we laughing at them, we laughing at ourselves.
No one's laughing at anything. Who said we were laughing? We were angry. We were disgusted. We were disappointed. No one was laughing at anything. No one saw this shit funny.
So we want to make sure that we check that and that we be present, and that those people that are not on the ground, those people that are scared of our young kids, that we get out here and we touch them, that we let them know that we hear, that we got something to say, that we care about them, that they have more resources than they know, and that we are available to them. I think
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. This bullshit ass apology and just a waste of fucking time. Then we had another parent, again, another so-called parent. And everything is a show now, man. Everything's for show. Everything's for clicks and views. Nothing is serious. Why won't they let me? Hold on. Why won't this let me pause? Okay, cool.
You know the whole city of Chicago looking for you, right? You and your little friends. Because you was grown yesterday. You were grown. And you was going to jump somebody. So now they looking for you. You know that, right? You know I'm not helping you, right? You know the whole city.
Now again, you can't even really see the kid's face in the first place, right? But I'm pretty sure the local people knows who the parent is. So we may not know, but the parents of the child knows. So again, instead of you making an apology on behalf of your child, let me say this, man. Georgia is putting forward a bill as to where if the child, a minor, does a certain crime, the parent is held responsible. I want to say Georgia. Let me be sure. Hold up. I don't want to misquote. Georgia proposed bill to um, charge parents. Crime. A proposed Georgia bill, sometimes versus Georgia Parent Accountability Act. There we go. Georgia Parent Accountability Act aims to hold parents legally accountable for certain crimes committed by their children. The bill could impose penalties such as fines, community service, and potentially jail time on parents who have failed to exercise reasonable supervision over their children. While details are still being worked out, it builds upon existing laws that already address parental responsibility in cases of neglect. Again, that's only neglect, though, right? And that's only for when the parent is not doing something that the parent's supposed to be doing. This is going to have to happen in order for the culture to change of the behavior of these kids. If you don't make these kids, especially in these problems, these cities that are extremely problematic in these situations. They were just saying how it was I think it was New York. There a certain store in New York had to close down because the kids would come in there and do the raiding thing literally like every day. Kids were raiding the store every day, just stealing, mass stealing operations. Man, I wish, man, listen, man. I wish my son would. Okay. Oh, you a bully. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Well, I have to be a bully because again, I have a reputation not only for myself, but again for my brand name, right? For my last name. I'm not out here acting fucking stupid, doing nothing crazy. So being that I'm not doing it and I'm grown, I can pretty much do whatever the fuck I want. You're held to my standard. You definitely not finna be doing nothing out here crazy, making me look fucking stupid and bringing shame to our motherfucking family. Are you crazy? You know the consequences and repercussions for that. And in the back of your mind, this is what I'm talking about: the importance of a father. Your kids are supposed to be afraid, way more afraid of you and the consequences that you're going to delve out, be they physical, be they whatever, right? Than the acceptance of a bunch of fucking strangers that don't give a fuck about them in the first place. This is another thing, Tim. Tell your kids them little snotty nose, dirty hand, crumb snatchers ain't they friend. Please teach your kids that, man, friends is something that has to be earned. I had the longest fucking thing and fight with my son, man. My son just he's friendly. So he sees these other kids, yeah, it's my friend. I'm like, it's not your fucking friend, bro. Why is he your friend and he did some stupid shit and he let you get in trouble for it? Would a friend do that? No. So why are you calling me your friend? I got him to the point where he says, my associate. Yes. Good job, son. You're associate. That friend shit has to be earned, bro. There's a lot of grown people out here that think they got a whole bunch of friends they don't have and then end up in some fuck shit on behalf of a friend that was never a friend in the first place. Shout out to Cree. I remember a time when parents used to embarrass their kids, not the other way around. Exactly. These parents don't care. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Hey, I gotta be mean. Gotta be. Gotta be. Exactly, tall Sean. You gotta teach them that shit, man. Nah, bro. These little motherfuckers ain't your friend, man. Well, no, not that scared. Right? But nah, man, my kids, my kids was just talking about that shit the other day. But yeah, it's a proposed bill in Georgia, man. Shout out to Georgia. I hope this shit pass. That's the only way a lot of this shit gonna start changing. Then we got to the lady's actual testimony of what happened.
These are my only two kids right here. But you don't have a baby. I just don't put uh shit on Facebook, like real shit that I go through every day, and like I don't post that on Facebook because people like to use that against you. So I try to keep shit to myself. I don't even, I don't even got nobody to live to. I don't got friends. I don't trust nobody. I don't know what it is, what they want to do with my son, but my son is very friendly. Like he not the type that likes to fight. He's not a fighter.
Again, man, and that shout out to her. And that's what I'm saying, man. Most kids are friendly by nature. Kids are sociable. That's kids being around kids is why they tell you it's important. Actually having your kid around other children. Only child syndrome is like a thing, right? For real. Kids are supposed to be around other kids to learn social skills, to learn to share, to learn compassion, to learn sympathy, empathy, all those different things. You have to be around other people, and it's most importantly, their same age group, right? Your kid, you don't see, you don't see these old ass children that act like they motherfucking 72 years old. They act like they can already order off the Denny's senior citizen menu because they do is be around grandma and great grandma all day. When we was kids, anyway, ain't no more great grandmas for real. But stuff like that because they mimic again. Children mimic, children emulate, right? So understanding that is very very important for children to be around other children because they, what I mean, they absorb and interact with their peers, right? If all they see is your grandma or great grandma, eating oatmeal and Ovaltine and shit, you know, that's why your toddler won't eat nothing but motherfucking collard greens and hog maws. I don't want no McDonald's. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Well, I'm pretty sure they do, man. I'm pretty sure they still make Ovaltine, man.
Yeah, he okay. He right here. Just smacked him very hard, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't move my son at the moment because I had my daughter standing in front of me. If I move my daughter or move any kind of way, I don't know what these kids trying to do.
Yeah, man. Again, shout out to her. You know, this woman got two small children, right?
They were literally waiting. The way we walk home, just to jump all of us.
So now we waiting.
Just to jump all of us. So I asked my kids to come to the next side of the street with me. So they wouldn't get jumped. So we kept walking. They followed us all the way there, and then they still followed us. They followed my son, hit my son first. That's right. Then they dragged me in the grass and put my little baby here. And I have video footage of that. Yes, we do. Everybody. Yeah. Absolutely.
And you deserve it.
How you feel about it? Yeah.
Mamas need to go to jail too.
I appreciate everybody.
The mamas go to kids and the gospel kids.
Right. I'm here. I'm thankful for everybody that came out here. Justice and juvenile.
This is how we come together.
Yes.
The father want to say something, y'all. This the daddy. And once we get them out of here, it'll be a better one. We need somebody from the school out here too. Where they at? Give her a gift. She's trying to give her a gift. That's something for you, baby.
Blessings, my bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can't really hear it. They're being drowned out by the crowd noise, or pretty much the whole city came out to support or whatnot, right? And people were, talking about, I guess, finding the kids and tracking them down, all these different things, and holding them accountable, which within reason, man. Listen, of course, I don't. Kids are kids, so let me, all bullshit aside or whatever. Kids are gonna do stupid things, but kids doing stupid things and kids doing violent things and criminal things are totally different, and we can't mix and mince the two. Okay, there's totally different things of like, a kid fucking throwing rocks at a abandoned building and busting windows out, right? Versus throwing rocks at a fucking, a person, right? Anytime people are involved and there's physical harm being done, okay, especially like I say in this manner of where it's multiple kids, man, this is a problem. And the problem is that it happens and everybody, well, how do we get here? Well, we know how we got here. These parents aren't doing their fucking job. These parents aren't parenting. Okay. And small things become big things very quickly. I keep telling y'all this shit, man. You can't let that one ant get away from the picnic. You gotta get it out of there. All right. You can't let him go back with that one little Dorito. You can't do it, man. But most people don't understand that concept. Most people don't understand that, hey, small things can turn into big things very, very quickly, man, if not put in check and not addressed. And when it's a variable as to where, you can't control it because you're not raising these children, and it's not okay now for non-parent adults to correct children. You feel me? That's the problem. Everybody want to talk about the village and the black community, and we need to come together. We need to get well. How the fuck we gonna come together? And I can't tell your kid to stop being a badass little bastard. Okay, sit your bad ass down. Stop. What you doing that for? And they run to you, hey, mama. Remember I told y'all, man, I still got the video up. The girl had a fucking rock she could barely holding it up over her fucking shoulder, endanger herself, endanger other kids, and so on and so forth. I tell her, hey, put that rock down. She called herself going to tell on me. Mind you, the mama wasn't out there. The mama had never came out there to the bus stop with the girl until I stopped her from hurting her or other children around her. And then she called herself coming to me to check me the next day. I said, ma'am, did she tell you what happened, what she did? No. Why are you talking? I'm gonna ask you again, ma'am. Did you ask her why I said anything to her in the first place? No. So you think I'm just gonna start, talking to your daughter and telling her to stop doing something when she's not doing anything? Mind you, again, I'm out here every morning with my son. Your ass is nowhere to be found. So why would I just randomly one day, out of the blue, just start fucking talking shit to your daughter for no apparent reason at all? So let me tell you why and what happened. Well. Ain't no well. But you know what? Hey, now make sure I tell it next time. I'll let your daughter break all her fucking toes, and whatever happens to other children around it, you'll be responsible. Have a nice day. I was done in that moment. Bitch, I'm not only protecting your child, which you're not out here to do, but I'm protecting all the other children around her. This is the degradation of whatever. This is the point to where I can't correct your child without this. Like, what are we doing here? I didn't touch her. I didn't anything. I didn't even cuss at the child. I say, hey, put that rock down. What you talking to my child for? You know what? You ain't got to worry about it. Next time I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray to the Lord. Lord, please. Okay? Just break the one foot. Not both of them. One of them. Now, I'm trying to find the thing to where it was a guy in New York. Let me see. I mean, not a guy in Chicago. Chicago, man. Does anybody had a video of the guy where the guy was talking to him? I guess this guy was trying to start the guy was trying to start like a new Detroit 300 type thing, right? But everybody was arguing against him, and I found it. I tried to save it, but I couldn't find it. Can't find the shit, man. But you know, young kids turn into almost adults, and shit like this happen. Mind you, you see the police. The police are there. This is a teen mob takeover in Chicago. The cops are already there. You see the lights. You see the cruisers in the background. Somebody got a taser out. Police right there. Fight break out. Bro, this is hundreds of kids. Hundreds of kids just getting together, you know what I mean, fighting and doing whatever else. Again, I don't even know if it's legal for a kid, a person under 18 to have a taser. I know a lot of states have restrictions on tasers and, you know, possessing them and whatnot, what have you. But, you know, I'm saying Pink Book Lessons. What Pink Book Lessons got the video? Let me see. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons.
And then they go out into the world, and ultimately the police and court system, they're all waiting to discipline them because they're out of order. But look, the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Okay, then let me finish.
Chicago woman protesters outside of school of Orville T. Bright Elementary School disagreeing with black leader telling them to stand down after a mother and her child is attacked by a group of students.
I'm a true white man, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna fight for what's right. Them slaves watch that lady get jumped on and they didn't do nothing.
So they know that. I'm done. Y'all deal with her. I'm done.
Again, we've seen this before. We've seen this with the Detroit 300. Whenever there's a black man that's willing to take a stand and be the leader, y'all don't lead. Y'all don't know how to lead. Y'all don't want to lead. Y'all don't want to take responsibility. Y'all want to take accountability. Y'all don't want to. When a nigga does it, this is his reward. This is his. Oh, you a man. You supposed to do it, man. Shut your stupid ass up, bro. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm not finna fight the fight for you. Let me say it again. I'm not going to fight for you. If I'm doing something that you're either incapable, okay, or just simply won't do for yourself, and I step up to do it because I understand you need it, and then you give me static in the process, man, fuck y'all. Good luck. Figure it out. Everybody want to tell the black man he wrong and the black man don't want. When the black man steps up to do some shit, who's the first motherfucking obstacle in his way? A whole bunch of bitches that wasn't doing shit in the first place, don't have no solutions, but now they got all the answers once a nigga step up. Now they the number one candidate and the best fucking, come on, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. Shout out to Doug Willer to be with the 5. Appreciate you, brother. If the kids in the video are our future, bring the asteroid, brother. It's real close to it, man. Real close to it. Shout out to Dig Thug. Appreciate you, brother, for the 5. This is all on Mayor Johnson. This idiot don't believe in putting people in jail. He calls incarceration a sickness. Exactly. And like I said, it's a sickness that cures, nigga. Okay. Listen, Dr. Umar is a whole bunch of things, but again, that nigga was right when he said it.
Fuck that!
Dr. Umar ain't never been right about nothing else.
Fuck that! I'm done. Y'all deal with her.
Exactly. Y'all deal with her. And black man, shout out to that brother, man. Shout out to that brother. That is the right reaction. When you step forward to be the mentor, to be the leader, to do what needs to be done, and you are fucking, hey, man, y'all got it. Even the Bible tells you, hey, man, shake the dust off your feet and do not cast your motherfucking pearls before swine. And if a motherfucker don't want to listen to you, shake the dust off your feet and go to the next house. A lot of black men are starting to understand this. We were just way ahead of the curve. This ain't no you hate your race. No, it's actually you wanting to fix it, but understanding. And niggas are losing sympathy, and that's a great thing. Sympathy is the number one inhibitor, right, to black people progress. Instead of men thinking like men, order, discipline, problem, solution, results, niggas is like, well, oh man, they've been through a lot. And bruh, Don't nobody give a fuck about none of that. Are we gonna fix this or are we gonna stay in the same problem? Because we want to fix this, we need it's fuck your feelings, it's fuck your circumstances, it's whatever. We need to get the results. Everybody can't make it, everybody can't come, everybody can't be saved. Men understand that. Okay? But because we've been woman led, woman raised, or whatever, we are thinking like women into where we need to consider all this extra shit and have compassion and consideration and sympathy and empathy. No. Sympathy and empathy, bro, for the most part, is a fucking hindrance in the and telling you, it's a hindrance to progress. Does that mean you just be some cold-hearted motherfucker that had no? But when you're trying to do something as monumental, okay, as pivotal, as difficult to change the trajectory of an entire race and culture of people, you have to get in a different mode, man. Niggas don't understand that. That's why I say this shit is so crazy to me. They act like ain't nothing changed and that niggas ain't made no leeway or no headway or none of that, whatever. We know that's a lie. Bro, for the amount of time that I've been doing this content shit, very, very little time, right? To see the number of black men that have woken up and understand this shit, bro, that in itself is just crazy. It's unbelievable. The propaganda says, oh, you niggas ain't doing shit. You niggas ain't did nothing. Y'all ain't nobody. Right? You got to say that, in order for the women to stay in the power the way they are. Because again, power's never given. It has to be taken. Right? So being that it's still the minority of men that are the non-simps and the non-fucking, black woman is God, worshipers and all this other bullshit, right? But not taking into consideration the astronomical growth of the men that have come out of that mindset, well, it looks like nothing has changed. But if you understand just how bad we were 10, 15 years ago, you know what I'm saying? To where we are now. I wouldn't go that far. Let's not go too far. I'm not saying that, man. You don't have to go this far for the situation, right? The thing is, though, it has to be a whole lot less sympathy and empathy and a whole lot more action and results, right? It's like the excuse of this person that's still doing crack and they've been doing crack their whole life is, I'm just poor and I'm just this and I'm just that. Well, I'm sorry. We giving you the resources, we giving you the opportunity, and you still won't clean it up. So hey, now you're just on your own. You gotta figure it out. I'm sorry. Okay, because for the time you waste on a person that's not going to change is time that could be spent on 10 people that will. You feel me? The person that's not going to motherfucking straighten up and fly right? And you keep trying to reintegrate them. You keep trying to retrain. You keep trying to give consideration. You keep trying to do all this other shit. And for a lifetime, you don't wasted money, time, resources. We know you can never get fucking time back, right? For the people, though, that all you need to do is talk to them one time. And instead of talking to the person that you could talk to one time, you spent 10 times talking to the same motherfucker. That's how we have to start looking at this shit, man. A lot of brothers are starting to understand this. Hey, I'm offering my time, my effort, my expertise, my resources, my money, my knowledge, my whatever, and you push back against me, you ain't got to worry about it. You got it. And that's the right thing to do. And as black men, we have to stop shaming other black men that are protecting themselves, okay, and going to where they're motherfucking appreciated and not tolerated. Have to stop doing that shit, man. I keep telling y'all this. We only want to hold the man to the standard. We always want the man to figure it out and fix it no matter what, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the disrespect, regardless of the pushback or the interference, regardless of whatever. Fix it, nigga. Figure it out, nigga. Make it work, nigga. No, bro. That's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
Listen, I heard them saying I'm grown and all this hoopla, like I don't have to listen to you. That's the attitude they're leading with. So the brother walked away. He was like, I'm going. He told them, I don't have to stand here and deal with this with y'all. He said he didn't come down there to fight her. That's why he said, I'm out. And told the rest of the women to let her help y'all. It's the same story repeating itself.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Pink Blue Lessons. We saw this happen with the Detroit 300 thing. These brothers literally took a stand and the same thing they talk about. We need to police our own neighborhoods. Anytime a group of niggas stand up to do that, y'all shut them down. Why? Man, that's my son, man. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing wrong. It ain't that bad. Ma'am, he robbed the old lady at the fucking ATM and pistol whipped her. She was 70 years old. He didn't even wear a mask on his face. We got it in 4K resolution. He did it. Well. Don't lock her ass up too. Find something to lock up for. That's the problem. You let your motherfucking son get to the point of where he's a menace to fucking society and terrorize everybody else in the fucking community. And now once a group of men come together and try to remove the fucking threat and terrorists, now we got to shut them down. Shout out this brother, immaculate work, bro. Listen, baby, if I take time out of my life to step forward to do something that's going to help complete and total strangers, and you start giving me any type of flack, hey, you can handle that. You got it. Yeah, crazy shit like this, Will. Stupid shit like this. Or the one where the dude robbed the fucking 7-Eleven and the clerk shot his ass, or it was a Dollar Tree. It was either Family Dollar or 7-Eleven, but he was a habitual store robber. He came in there on the wrong day with the right one. Okay? Wrong day, right one. You know who he left with. Let me see. Let me see. Oh shit, that happened in hold on. Man, a lot of shit be happening in Jacksonville. This shit just happened in Jacksonville. Goddamn. Oh, the cop shot his ass. Oh, that happened outside the joint. But yeah, that lack of accountability and shit like that, man. All the time. Now, speaking of Jacksonville, unfortunately, good old Duval. You ain't gotta go too far, man. Some shit happened in Macon too. I'm gonna try to find it. My bad. 13, 16, 19.
Teenagers are now charged in a brutal attack that left a man dead in downtown Jacksonville. They are just 13, 16, and 19 years old. And we are naming the juvenile suspects because of the nature of their charges, and they will all be tried as adults.
Shout out to Florida, man. Florida is doing a great thing. Shout out to Ron DeSantis, the goat burner. Shout out to the goat burner. Listen, this whole shit about protecting kids, he did the same thing to these little white kids. A couple of white kids down here that had these kill lists and all this shit and so on and so forth. Lock them up. Lock them up. Perp walk their ass and everything. The problem is, bro, we not holding these kids accountable anymore. And it's getting to the point of where it get too far. A part of being a fucking human being in a civil society is expectations, okay? Consequences, rewards. You do good things, you get rewarded. You do bad things, there are consequences. Okay? What the fuck is a 13-year-old? Why is this 13-year-old hanging out with his 19-year-old? Why? 16, I got halfway see. Right? But let's listen.
Our Sydney Deshawn has been digging through arrest reports tonight to uncover what happened in the hours leading up to this savage attack, Sydney.
Yeah, Heather. And investigators say the man who was homeless was beaten not once, not twice, but 3 times, all within about an hour downtown. A witness spoke up and police found the 3 teens within just hours of the attack. 3 young suspects, just 13, 16, and 19 years old, now charged as adults in the murder of 64-year-old Roger Borkham, 13-year-old Justin Curry, who was indicted by a Duval County grand jury, 16-year-old Robert Pope, and 19-year-old Markavian Lacey. Detectives say Borkham, who was homeless, was beaten 3 separate times over the course of a little more than an hour back on October 19th. An arrest report revealing officers were called to 110 North Hogan Street. And when they arrived, they found Borkham unconscious near a doorway, blood pooling on the sidewalk. First responders took him to the hospital, and Borkham died 4 days later. The medical examiner ruling his death a homicide caused by blunt force trauma. The arrest report reveals a witness told police he saw 3 teenagers kicking and stomping the victim before running off. Hours after the attack, officers located the suspects half a mile away and took them into custody. Police say they also linked the suspects to a separate incident that night, to robbery on Forsyth Street. Surveillance video obtained by detectives shows the suspects approaching the victim multiple times. Video captures the group beating the victim, rummaging through his backpack, and returning to the scene to attack him again. State Attorney Melissa.
Listen, man. Y'all done fucking threw your life away for robbing a homeless man. Again, man, these kids don't have no type of guidance, no type of home training, no type of common sense. None. It's another group of niggas that just robbed a bank. Robbed a bank now, or bank or ATM for like I want to say like $30,000. So less than, you know what I mean? Now you about to spend the next 20 years of your life for around $10,000. What, less than $10,000 each? You know, you rob a bank for a certain amount of money, it's like a federal charge, and then for the gun involved and so on and so forth, and you know, people were hurt. Again, man, that's why I just don't understand it. This criminal shit never pays off, bro. Even the top motherfuckers, the top kingpin motherfuckers, bro, them niggas. And this is why I say we do a horrible job of telling these stories. Like, you know, the people that, you know, they always talk about the glory days and how much money they was making in the dope game and, you know, all this shit and making it sound so good and so lavish. Bro, tell them how you are now, bro. Tell them that the government literally sees all your assets. You got access to none of your money. Remember, 50 Cent just told a story about how niggas had to buy Big Meech clothes once he got out. There was a nigga that allegedly had like almost $1 billion in the drug game, or hundreds of millions. Let's say hundreds of millions of dollars in the drug game, right? This nigga come home to absolutely nothing. The only thing that's saving him is his son is an actor on a show that a rapper made about his life. The only thing. Nobody want to talk about that though. Shout out to all my actually reformed, you know, former criminals, man. Shout out to y'all, man. The people that actually motherfucking get out here and say, hey, man, that was some stupid shit. Never do that shit again. Whatever. Stay away from that shit. Stay out the street life. It's not worth it. Get stupid and tell all the motherfucking, you know, the horrible dangers and outcomes of this shit, man. Tell the people, shout out to those for being honest with the people. This shit is too glorified, man. Well, white people, I don't give a fuck about white people. I don't give a fuck about Mexicans. I don't give a fuck about Asians. I don't give a fuck about Arabs. I'm talking about us. I'm focused on fixing us. I don't give a fuck about what nobody else got going on but us. Don't bring nobody else into this. There's some shit that we can and we need to fix. Glorification of motherfucking criminality is a major issue and problem that we have. Okay? I said what the fuck I said.
Nelson says the juvenile justice system is neither designed nor equipped to handle offenders or offenses of this magnitude. By bringing the case into circuit court, Nelson says authorities can ensure the level of accountability, supervision, and judicial oversight that the facts demand. Now, the sheriff's office is also calling the case a heartbreaking reminder of how young some offenders have become. They urge parents to get involved in their child's lives and make use of.
It's crazy how everybody ignore this shit. The police, that's another thing, especially like here in Jacksonville and shout out to Doug Will back in Macon, bro. The police are doing outreach programs and trying to tell these parents, like, hey, man, we arresting way too many of these kids, not just arresting way too many kids, but arresting way too many kids for serious offenses, dog. The crack era over. Like, what the fuck we got going on, man? There's no reason these kids should be motherfucking toting pistols, slanging packs and shit. What the fuck is going on here? A 13-year-old involved in a murder? Do you know, you know how much you got to beat a person to death? Man, you a coon, man. You a coon. Well, you know, white supremacy. No, brother. No. And the reason why, again, I fuck all that shit y'all talking about, because 99% of black children aren't doing this. Okay? 99% of black kids are not participating in the YN behavior. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the 99% of black kids that are doing the right thing. Two parents, single parents, or otherwise, whatever. The vast majority of black children are not participating in this level of criminality. Those that are, though, again, Dr. Umar was right. Fuck God! Again, man, a lot of people just can't be and shouldn't be rehabilitated or saved. I'm sorry. Some bad apples are always going to be bad apples. And again, we know it only takes one bad apple to spoil the bunch. You can never put a fucking fresh apple in a bunch of fucking spoiled apple and fix the spoiled apples, man. Again, to me, that's a profound thing nobody ever says, right? That's a profound thing that nobody ever really says. So we always talk about the other side of it, but it just shows you, you know what I'm saying, how easy something can be corrupted versus a corrupted thing being, you know, healed or fixed or however you want to look at it. Not saying that all kids are, you know, lost causes or whatever, because again, kids are going to be kids. But once you get to this level of violence where you're taking lives, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Child's lives and make use of resources. Heartbreaking reminder of how young some offenders have become. They urge parents to get involved in their child's lives and make use of resources to keep kids out of trouble before it's too late. Heather.
So young.
Yeah, man, that's heartbreaking. A 13-year-old involved in a damn murder, bro. Crazy. Yeah, let me see. Alabama. I just saw this. Yep, here you go, right here. Let's see. Ryan Snipes, 45 years. Let me see if I can find the what's name. Here we go. Here we go.
As an accomplice to murder, learning his fate today in a Russell County courtroom. Emotional pleas from the parents on both sides of this case before the judge rendered his final ruling for 18-year-old Jadarius Snipes. But it was his mother who ended up in handcuffs during this proceeding. Newsletter 9's Alexis Thornton joined us live from our newsroom after being at that sentencing hearing. So, Alexis, tell us more about this courtroom drama today.
Well, Jason, two fathers stood before the judge today with completely different pleas. Snipes' father begged for mercy for his son, while the victim's father demanded justice with the maximum sentence. But tensions escalated when Snipes' mother was handcuffed before the judge sentenced him to 45 years in prison.
I want you to see this because I left out because of the fact that I don't want to hear them say stuff.
Jadarius Snipes' mother, Mary Herbert, left the courtroom after an investigator spoke to the court, referencing a social media picture the morning after the killing of Ryan Bowles. The investigator says the photo showed Snipes with a gun and throwing gang signs with younger boys, influencing them when officials say they should have been in school.
I'm entitled to be angry. I'm entitled to be pissed off. I'm entitled to walk away when I don't want to hear BS.
The judge ordered deputies to place her in handcuffs after she refused to come back inside the hearing.
So
what BS? What BS? They literally stated the evidence that was shown, and you're gonna make an uproar in court so that the jury or the public can't hear the terrorists that you raised. I told you, anytime motherfuckers just start talking over you, bro, when it, you know what I'm saying, the facts, it just tells you who and what they are as a person. This just happened too, y'all. I mean, what the sentencing just happened. I don't know how far the case goes back.
For anybody to try to condemn me or force me to listen and tell me I wanted you to be there for your son, no, you wanted me to listen to y'all lies. Because
what lies? They just said they had that fucking evidence, and we see why your son is where he is. We see why your son is where he is. And they said the father was there doing the right thing, you know, trying to plead and, you know, whatever, which again, he shouldn't have. Again, as a man, listen, all right? You have to take responsibility and accountability for your actions. That's what a man does. Okay?
if you was actually there for my son in a judicial way, you would have never allowed none of this stuff to happen.
She is just making excuses for her son and for his.
Shout out to Rick Chancey, Russell County District Attorney. You making fucking excuses for your piece of shit son that's finna sit his ass down for 45 years. Whoop-de-doo.
Actions and not taking responsibility, and he doesn't either.
Snipes was sentenced to 45 years for felony murder and 20 years for robbing Douglas Rutledge before Bowles was shot in the Synovus Bank parking lot on 13.
Jesus Christ, it's on fucking. They say he's 18 now. This is 2023, November, right? So his birthday had to have passed. So he was definitely 16 years old when this occurred.
Street in Phoenix City in December 2023. Rutledge also took the stand addressing Snipes, saying, quote, "I pray that you find peace. I love you and I forgive you." Rutledge called Snipes his nephew, just knowing him from the community.
He'll be eligible for parole at some point. I don't know when. The family and our office will be notified on any future parole dates. And as far as I'm concerned, we will begin objecting as soon as the parole dates come up.
And Snipes' mother says he will appeal in 42 days. The 15-year-old who pulled the trigger, killing Bowles, is serving time in a juvenile detention center, but due to his age, his sentence is sealed. CSU students also made a video tribute to Bowles that played in court today. Reporting in the newsroom, Alexis Thornton, WTVM News Leader 9.
Yeah, like we saw there, a very emotional day in court. Ari, thank you.
Trying to find a story, but couldn't see it. What? Sons Harbor, please stop it, man. That's another thing. Yeah. What was their nationality? Again, man, I can't take none of this shit serious with niggas, man. For real. That's why I just be like, bro, what are we talking about here? I can't do it, bro. This FBA shit is a cult. I guess they having like a little internal war right now with somebody where like it's like the pro black or the conscious community or whatever the Pan Africans are attacking FBA for what it really is, man. Again, FBA is a troll movement, dog. Anytime you don't agree with niggas, where your family from? That's not an FBA hairline. Okay. Fucking troll movement, dog. It's crazy. But at the end of the day, man, parents got to do better. And if they don't, we need bills like the one they're trying to create in Georgia to force these parents to do their fucking job. You either do your job as a parent or you suffer the consequences along with your child. This is the only way it's going to change at this point. The only way, unfortunately. I'm sorry. A lot of this shit is too far gone. These people don't give a damn and don't care. And all they're gonna do is sit back and wait, like I said, for the shooter drop on their parent. On their child being sentenced for their lack of parenting, and then turn around and do like this woman and it's lies and I'm supposed to sit. Yeah. Can't handle it. Don't show up. I mean, there's really no point of you showing up now anyway. I mean, now it's too late. If you're sitting in court with your son for a murder charge, that's the wrong time to show up. You should have showed up a long time ago. Okay, just for the record. But I know, hey, Coon and Step and Fetch It and whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. Shout out to the Bell for the fire. Appreciate you, brother. If John Gotti went to prison for a criminal enterprise, why haven't they passed a federal law for the black single mother? Come on, man. A RICO parenting law is crazy work, bro. But nah, like I said, I think the Georgia thing, if it gets passed, I think it will set a new precedent, a much needed precedent that needs to be implemented by a lot of these other states, man. I think that's the only thing that's going to fix it at this point. Like I said, at the end of the day, is a very, very small population of children committing these acts. The problem is, what we know is, just like they said in the situation with the dudes from Jacksonville, these kids don't just commit one crime, bro. Just like most criminals, bro. Criminals just do crime one time and stop. Oh, I'm gonna rob a bank today, and I'll be done. No, bro, they never do. Motherfuckers don't just sell one rock, nigga. Niggas don't just sell one QP, right? Niggas don't just do one drive-by shooting. No, nigga. Most criminals are repeat offenders. So when you remove one criminal, you eliminate possibly fucking 5 or more crimes. Niggas ain't even looking at that. And we want to keep making these. Again, a criminal is just that, man. I don't even look at this from a racial standpoint. I think that I know you have a criminal aspect or a criminal population of every culture, right? Those people that are just not going to follow the rules no matter what. All right, let them go. Put their ass in jail. Keep them in there, and it is what it is. They take a life, take their life. Got to bring back capital punishment, right? Because again, now, bro, prison is fun now. Niggas doing TikToks in prison, man. Niggas, bro, I erased a lot of this shit because I'm not doing. Bro, niggas are designing clothes in prison. I gotta find this one, man, to show y'all, man. This. Come on, man. I gotta find this one, man. Hold on, all right. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm doing some Twitter recount, man. Give me a second. Here we go. Here we This is what's going on in prison, man. And you can't even agree with a nigga on the panel without being a dick rider. I agree with a nigga on a panel, dick riding ass nigga, dick sucking ass nigga. But this is cool. Niggas recorded this and somehow posted this from prison. Are you ready?
Up, left, right. Man, turn around without pulling yourself down. Fuck these niggas talking about workout shit. Okay. Hey, ride the bike on these niggas.
Ride the bike.
Is that
It's like
Don't listen, man. It's too many sounds. It's too many sounds being made. I don't care about this nigga doing fucking prison calisthenics. I don't care. He could be doing this as a free man. This the shit that niggas look forward to going to prison for. This is fun.
it's raining outside. Yeah, like it's raining outside.
Turn the windshield wipers on. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
And the fact of the matter that like two grown men are cheering on another man, and you had him turn around, so so a certain body part is always in the camera.
Your relationship with your children.
Oh my God.
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
This nigga ass is in every shot now.
One hand windshield wipers.
All right, get down. Let me see.
Phase one.
Phase one. Phase two.
Yeah, bro. Nah, bro. This is no bueno, bro. This is all bad. But hey, this is prison. Niggas posing for niggas. Niggas cheering niggas on. We're doing workouts and not in the gym, not in the rec area. But it's the straight niggas that's gay. It's the free niggas that's gay though.
Phase three.
Oh, these are also the non-corn balls. These could never be cornball niggas. Just, you know, you YouTube niggas and you internet niggas are the cornball niggas. Even though by proxy, the prison niggas are internet niggas now too, because they record themselves in prison and post it on the internet. But I digress. Listen, man. Dr. Umar was right. A lot of these niggas will have to be put to sleep.
Fuck God!
Or at least locked the fuck away.
Fuck God!
In order for us to fix things, man. God damn. Whoa, brother. I don't even got a button for this. Jesus Christ. Shout out to my man Ezekiel bin Israel with the 50 memberships, brother. God damn, brother. I gotta drop a bomb and create a whole new what's the name for this one, brother? Shout out to Ezekiel bin Israel, brother, for the 50 memberships.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Putting all the club soda on there, brother. That brother put a motherfucking year supply of club soda on it. I greatly appreciate your brother. Everybody that got a membership, man. Make sure y'all tell my man Ezekiel bin Israel, thank you, bro, for the contribution, man. Listen, man. Hey, telling you. Who? Where? Latina. Listen, where? Where? No, hell he not. He ain't talking about me. I know he ain't talking about me. he got way bigger problems than me to worry about. I ain't tell the nigga his own site. You need to be focused upon the other nigga that told him he gonna do something to him when he see him. Well, if he talking to me, hey, brother, your attention is on the wrong man. But hey, man, damn, that's a hell of a way to close out this wonderful homecoming service today to the brother Ezekiel bin Israel. Was so generous with his donation to the congregation, brother. I got one more time.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Greatly appreciate you, brother. But hey, man, people, raise your kids. All right. All right. It's a lost art, man. All right. Know what your kids are doing. Love your kids, of course. See what they're good at. Support them. See where they struggle in. Help them. Improve them. Right? This parenting shit, bro. None of us have the perfect answer. It's never going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes along the way. Your kids are going to make mistakes along the way. Allow your children to be children. But at the same time, there should be cutoffs and things as to where you have a impact on your child's life and expectations that your children understand as to where there's certain, lines that should never be crossed. Right? We start talking about things where the community is being harmed, women and children are being attacked by a whole bunch of children. That tells you, man, that gives you a pulse of what's going on in the community, right? That everybody love to talk about all the time. But, again, blame black men for not being there, whatnot, what have you, when, again, who's raising them, right? I'm going to say it again, stand on this. An absent father can never be more detrimental than a present mother. Just how y'all always want to get a mama credit when Lil Junebug make it to fucking be a college graduate. He's a valedictorian, high school graduate, and all this other shit, so on and so forth. He make it to college and he graduates or whatever. He turns out to be a fucking outstanding citizen. He gets drafted to the NFL, the NBA, and the mom get all the fucking credit. Okay. All right. Well, you give her the fucking credit for the fucking good. You have to give her responsibility for the bad. You don't mention nothing about the father not being involved and not impeding the kid or not interfering. So, hey, the kid was able to motherfucking thrive and become who he came because the father wasn't a bad influence on him, right? So just like when the father is absent and something good happens and it's not his fault, when the father is absent and something bad happened, it shouldn't be his fucking fault either. At least not more than the mom. Now, am I saying a man should be out here having children, bringing children into the world and not taking care of them? Of course not. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm simply saying this narrative as to where it's always the man's fault in the negative and he gets no motherfucking, no credit in the positive, even when he's involved. Even when the dad's involved in the positive, it's hard for the dad to get a motherfucking thing unless he's just, especially if it's a non-married situation. So listen, man. Let's see. Somebody always got to go too far. Look at this. Look at this brother right here. Shout out to brother LL Swin, brother, for the 2. I don't appreciate you. This brother and just messed up the whole service. Ain't nothing but some money. Play the rutabagas and chitlins for your service. I could let you live with the chitlins and just throw them away, but I told y'all, now we got to fight, brother. Okay? I told you, that rutabagas done motherfucking trigger my PTSD. I told you about them rutabagas, and now you gonna listen. When I see you, brother, now me and you got to throw hands. Introducing them rutabagas into ruining my Sunday, brother. Y'all niggas y'all don't know the pain. Okay? But anyway, man, hey, Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all those good things. Also hype the video if you can. If you're watching me on the traditional way, slide on over to the vertical and hit the like. If you're on the vertical, slide on over to the traditional and hit the like. And hey, man, that's all I got, man. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. That's that on that one. Catch y'all on the next one. Holla, we out.